Scrootman here, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick video. I wanted to go over some purchases I made on eBay last week, and I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to get good deals from eBay. So let's go over this one first. This is a 980 Ti. Now I wanted this because I like to test older GPUs. I want to have a collection of GPUs for testing, for content, for gaming, for a bunch of things. And so I've been looking for them. One thing I like to do is I like to browse through eBay, and I like to go through the listings of, GPUs that are not working for parts. I like to see why they're not working for parts. And this one came up. So this one, basically, it was said that it was crashing during games, and the guy wanted, he had a starting bid for $25 and $15 shipping. So I messaged him, and I basically said, hey, can you explain more with what is going on with it? He said, it would just crash in the middle of playing games. I said, okay. I just figured I'll take a gamble. So I asked him, I said, hey, are you willing to drop the price of this, to 25 shipped? And he said, well, how much do you think shipping would be? And now I did this all in eBay chat. Now you don't want to not do this outside of eBay. You want eBay to be able to see all your communications because you don't want to get the seller or you banned from eBay. So I said, hey, you can change your listing to buy it now. And I explained to him how much I think the shipping will be if he uses a shipping service like Shippo, for example. So I offered him $25 or $26 all in. And, he changed his listing, and then I snagged it. And he said, cool. And he actually took my advice and shipped it that way. And we all won. So what I'm getting at is you can basically message the seller and have them say you can have them change the listing for you in a way that doesn't get you in trouble. It saves you money, and maybe the seller goes for it, maybe he doesn't. But it's like anything. What's the harm in asking? The worst they say is no, or they don't respond and you move on. I feel like not a lot of people do this where you can just, you can message the seller, you can start a dialogue, and, maybe you get yourself a better deal. So this thing, right, I fired it up on my test bench. And it's weird. It games really well. It has no problems. But when I run it in like benchmark software like Unigine Haven or TimeSpy, it crashes. So that it doesn't make any sense. But like I said, I ran benchmark. I looped the benchmark in Call of Duty for basically 2 hours. It worked just fine. I gamed on it. I even ran Cyberpunk on it. I ran the benchmark for like an hour straight where I just started, stop it. Didn't crash either. So in my mind, it works just fine. And you really can't beat a $25 980 Ti. I'll be doing some content on this in the future, but especially the fact that it's an EVGA one and it works really well. So let's move on to the second thing. One of the people on my YouTube channel shot me a message and said, hey, I found a recycler that has pretty good deals. You should check him out. And I did. So I actually started checking out his listings, and I saw he had a ROG Thor. I've really always wanted this PSU because I really, really like the meter on it to tell you how much power it draws, and it looks cool. And, it's a 1200 watt platinum. And I don't know if you guys know, but if you've seen my videos, you know that this PC has an 850 watt platinum power supply in it. With the new AMD CPUs coming, in a few months, I'm really, really excited for the potential performance, and I think it's time to finally upgrade my 5950X, which I think I'm going to need a new PSU. So I decided to go look at his site, and I found some ROG Thors. He wanted like $65 for them. Now, they came with no power supply. They came with no cables, but it seemed like a really good deal. He wanted 65 plus like 20 shipping or something. So I messaged him, and I said, hey, if you can change it, I'm interested. I'm willing to pay I tried like $35, shipped for them. And so then he came back, and what you can apparently do is you can do special one-time offers that expire at a certain amount of time. So I got a link back from the guy, special one-time offer, $45 shipped for this thing. And I said, all right, that's awesome. So the first thing I did then was I looked to see what the cables would cost. So now I grabbed CableMod cables, I grabbed the full set of cables, and I grabbed the 4090 cable from CableMod, and I think they ran like 95 for everything. And I'll put the links from Amazon on those. They're pretty good cables actually. Anyway, so then I did the math, so it came out to be like $140 after tax for this PSU with all the cables. And I was like, that's a steal, as these things go for about $300 online. Now you can see there's some cosmetic dents on it. and it definitely has signs of use, but like, I don't really care. The power supply has a great rating, and it looks, it looks fine. So I got them, and I did a test on it. The GT710 video, which I'll actually put a link down below too, was what I actually tested this on to double check the power and everything. And it works, and the power meter's correct, and it's really nice to have this to show me how much power my computer's using. It's really going to be helpful in the future, I think. So that is how I was able to score both of these really cheap. It all comes down to messaging the sellers, guys. You got to make contact with the sellers. Ask them. Throw a price out. The worst case scenario is they tell you, no, you're too cheap, go somewhere else. You never know. And these two deals are an example. Like I said, I paid $45 shipped for this, and then I paid $26 shipped for this. You cannot beat these prices, guys. I hope this story helps you guys understand that eBay can be useful as long as you play within their rules and, you message the sellers. Like I said, think outside the box. Throw them offers. Worst case, they tell you no. And for the record, my eBay account does not have my name on it. You cannot find me off my eBay, or you can't find me via eBay from YouTube or anything like that. So, nobody can say that I was able to get good deals because of that. And honestly, I don't really think people care about that. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you try to snag some good deals on eBay. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I hope you guys enjoy whatever you're doing. Thank you very much. Crewman out.